Hey everyone, so in tonight's video I wanted to talk about my number one priority and a mentality that really benefits every single area of my life. I'm very confident that if you adopt this into your number one priority or into a principle that you operate by, then you can utilize it to improve every single area of your life as well. So the principle that I live by is that my healing, my health, my balance and harmony is my number one priority. It's the thing that comes first every single day. And maybe not necessarily first because I do have lots of other priorities, but it's something that I absolutely have to get done every single day because I have a lot of other things that I want to be doing and I want to be the best, most effective, most compassionate and considerate person and best example that I can be on a daily basis. So in order to accomplish being that individual, I have to make my healing, my health, and my well-being my number one priority. So when talking about my healing is my number one priority, really this encompasses a lot, okay? So to me, when I say my healing is my number one priority, I'm talking about my mental health, my emotional health, my physical health, my spiritual, or I refer to it as my energetic health, and then also some of my like life things, making sure that my home is organized and clean and those types of things are actually kind of included in my healing or my harmony or balance because it allows me to be productive and stress free. So anything that really like lowers my stress, improves my productivity, and improves the health and quality of my life and my functioning is all kind of encompassed into this. So the way that this mentality came to be for me was, for those of you who don't know me personally or haven't seen the My Story video, I used to be as bad of an addict as you know, okay? Like, I was in a pit, all right? And I had to fight my way out. And when you're in recovery and you're struggling to be sober, you learn that that is your number one priority. That's all you have to think about and worry about. And you just trust that everything else will kind of be taken care of in the process of getting your sobriety and maintaining your sobriety. And this is because even if you have kids or a job, important things like that, if you don't have your sobriety first, all those other things are going to crumble and disappear and you're going to ruin them. So your sobriety is your most important priority, and it's the one thing that you should always be really focusing on. And then the other things you kind of like partly focus on during the process of it. So for me, I learned once my sobriety was a lot more, strong, I kind of learned to transition this into my healing is my number one priority because I learned that doing all of the like self-management, healing, self-programming things that I was doing to become sober and improve my situation have had such a tremendous impact, beneficial impact on other aspects of my life that it was obvious to me that this had to still be my number one priority if I wanted to be the healthy, successful individual that I really wanted to be and that I see myself as. I learned that I needed to maintain that my healing or my health and balance and harmony and productivity comes first, so investing in myself comes first because after all, it's our life, it's my life. So the better that I am feeling and functioning and the better that I can perceive things more optimistically and stay goal oriented and be stress free, then the better that I'm going to be able to function in my life, the better I'm going to be able to show up for others, myself, my job, the better I'm going to be able to create content and do the things that I want to do. So keeping my health in check and making sure that my health and my productivity is my number one priority is my recipe for improving all areas of my life. So I'm going to be starting a new series, or I guess my first series, about how to completely reprogram your physiology and your mentality and create a completely new reality for you. Okay, so because our life is experienced through us, through our perspective, how we feel, how we relate to things and perceive things, and our internal dialogue, that dictates the quality of our life. And science and, a lot of things have been discovered to prove that we can actually take control of our physiology, of our mentality, and really we can write the program of our life and our mind and our body. And I have, over the past years, discovered this and kind of perfected my own little process along the way. So I'm going to be starting a series, taking us through a step-by-step process of the things that I find are the most important to talk about, the tips and techniques that I find to be the most effective. So this is going to be the first episode of this series, okay? So we need to develop the proper priority list for this process. And this process in order to do it effectively, we need to make sure that this reprogramming is our number one priority. And that doesn't mean that it's necessarily like more important than your kids or your family or your job or whatever other areas of your life that you have that you find very important. It doesn't mean that it's that you are or it is more important than them, but the reason why it's our priority is because we love and care about those things so much, and we want to show up the best individual that we possibly can be for those areas. So we invest in ourselves and we reprogram ourselves to automatically run the way that we want to run, all right? So this is episode 1 of the new series, how to reprogram yourself. So your programming, your health, and your well-being is going to be your number one priority. It's the one thing that we have to get done every single day because we need to be consistent throughout this process. I absolutely look forward to seeing you throughout this series. I can't wait to see the amazing, beautiful you at the end of it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and much love.